What's up, guys? I'm Josh Mosiman. Welcome to This Week in MXA, episode number 126, presented by O'Neill Racing. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're at Glen Helen Raceway, and Paula National is coming up this Saturday. It's the Fox Raceway National, the first round of the Pro Motocross Series, 11-round series. Yes, they trimmed off the 12th round that we've had forever. I don't know how long the series has been 12 rounds, but for a long time. It's an 11-round series this year now that they have the Super Motocross playoffs, but we're getting some last-minute testing in. I'm racing the first 3 rounds. MXA test rider Josh Fout, he's racing Amateur Day at Hangtown and Thunder Valley, and we're excited because it's gonna be just chaos. I got 3 different bikes for 3 different rounds, doing the Yamaha at Paula, we're doing the Honda at Hangtown, and we're doing the Gas Factory Edition at Thunder Valley. So it's crazy around here trying to get parts together for these bikes. Today we're getting some last minute testing in at Glen Helen, and we're gonna talk about Fox Raceway and what you need to know in this video. All right, guys, so looking ahead to this Saturday's Fox Raceway National, it's gonna be on Peacock. You're gonna be able to watch Race Day live to get some highlights from qualifying and some live footage of what's going on there. Hopefully I get some TV time, and hopefully we make it straight into the motos like we did last year. And then Race Day, Peacock as again to watch the motos live. It's gonna be at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 hours ahead of us, but good time. So the only way to watch the Nationals live is through Peacock this Saturday, but you will be able to watch it CNBC on Monday. That's a re-air on linear TV, so looking forward to that. Another big announcement for the Pro Motocross Series this season, very first time, in its 51st year of running, we are switching from dirt starts to metal grate starts. Now, we've seen that in Supercross for a long time. I think it's been since at least 2018 since they've had metal grate starts in Supercross. The Monster Cup, that was actually where we saw the first metal grate start, and now the MXGP Series, they use it in the World Championship. So it's used in Supercross, it's used overseas, but now it's making its way into the outdoor nationals. Personally, I think it's a little weird. It takes some of the skill out of knowing how to prep your gate and then knowing how to manage your clutch as you release coming off of the starting gate to get into that first turn first. But still depends, it's still important to get a good gate pick, because coming out of the gate, you want a straight and smooth rut that doesn't have a big dip in it or a big crook in it. So metal grate starts this weekend. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about it. I heard that it was the OEMs that were actually pushing for this. So the factory teams like Honda, KTM, Kawasaki, those guys were asking for metal grates outdoors. Why would they do that? Because they have a whole off season, 3 or 4 months to prepare for Supercross, doing hundreds and thousands of starts, getting their guys dialed in. They got ECUs and engines all developed to do starts in Supercross. Well, then what happens when it's time to go outdoors? You have 2 weeks to switch from Salt Lake City Supercross to the Paula National, Fox Raceway National. That's not a whole lot of time to adapt from metal grates to dirt starts, so it makes it a lot easier for those teams that spend a lot of time, energy, and money developing their Supercross starts to just copy paste and use that on their outdoor bike. Obviously, it's still different, longer start straights, deeper sand and deeper mud going down the start straightaways, but that's a big change for this year's Pro Motocross season. So looking forward to that. I did get to race on them when I raced Supercross back in 2018, so I have a little bit of experience, but it's been a while since I've done a start on one, so looking forward to that. All right, guys, so this is a little different episode, or not episode, but segment of our This Week in MXA video series. I saw my brother doing it at the track last week. He was doing some pre-moto warm-ups on his mountain bike in the pits. He was doing like a race day simulation, so I figured, hey, why not bring the road bike out here, get a little warm up in at Glen Helen before we do some testing today. But man, currently at the recording of this clip, it is Tuesday before the Fox Raceway National. I am getting excited. I'm not even nervous yet. I don't know if I'm sure I'll get nervous once we get to Thursday, Friday, but man, I'm excited. So road biking for me is like one of my favorite things to do. Definitely my favorite way to train. I think God gives us all natural skills. Ooh, watch out for the rocks and gravel. Ooh. I think God gives us all natural skills and abilities. And for me, these arms aren't naturally heavy lifters in the gym, but cycling, legs, climbing, road biking, long distance endurance, now that's where it's at for me. But one thing I want to talk to you guys about is we just launched our fantasy league for Motocross Action. So you guys can check it out on our website, motocrossactionmag.com. Whew, I'm getting a little winded. It's more uphill than I thought while I'm talking here. But motocrossactionmag.com, our fantasy league, we just launched it. We only have, I think, 800 entries at the recording of this video, which means if you sign up today, you have a really good chance. Jody's picking up the pace. You have a really good chance at winning the prize for the Fox Raceway National this weekend. We're giving away a Boxo toolbox, and it's a moto box that you can win this weekend for the Fantasy League. So we give you $50,000, and then you get to use that to buy a rider. 3 450 riders, 3 250 riders, and that's your lineup for the weekend. Pretty cool. Pro Motocross Fantasy League. Check it out, motocrossactionmag.com. Plus, Daryl put me on there for $1. I'm a pretty cheap buy, which means you can save money and spend it bigger on Chase Sexton or Eli Tomac. Not Eli Tomac, Chase Sexton or Jet Lawrence. Buy me for $1. If I score some good points, it's really gonna help you out in the standings. And there's a lot of riders injured, so I'm really hoping to score some points this weekend. Woo! Let's do this thing. By the way, this Thomas Sliker Pro Ultimate Road Bike, so sick. They're sponsoring us for the series. They gave us this road bike and an electric E2 mountain bike. Excited to show that off here soon. Next up, we got some footage from Paris Raceway this past Tuesday where I was hanging out with Jeremy McGrath at the Maxxis tire intro. Talked to Jeremy about the new tires and about what he's up to, and we hung out with Scott Cooney, one of the owners of Paris Motocross, while we were testing the brand new Maxxis MaxxCross SI soft intermediate and IH intermediate hard terrain tires. Let's check out some footage from Paris where we were testing these bad Maxxis tires. What's up, guys? We are at Paris for the Maxxis tire intro. They got the SI soft intermediate tire and then the IH intermediate hard tire, and they hooked us up with some Maxxis gear. So Maxxis doesn't make motocross gear, but Canvas made some custom stuff for them. We got the Hangtown bike, we got the Paula bike, and we got the Thunder Valley bike. All three of them, one place, one time. First time that's happened so far. We got some sick graphics on the Yamaha, but we're still kind of gathering parts and getting things dialed in, suspension. Today we're getting tires dialed in, and we got to switch around a couple things, but Josh Stout and I are representing here at Paris. It's gonna be a good day. Let's go break in the track. All right, well, we got 4-stroke, we got 2-stroke. Maxxis has a track rented out, so it's pretty awesome out there. What's it like to be Jeremy McGrath right now?
I mean, that part's really nice. Actually, it's Paris track today is amazing. The prep was just best I've ever seen, so that was awesome. And to run through the different tires Maxxis has today, like got the paddle out, got the hard patch, got the MXSTs, the medium train with the IH and the HI. Just what a fun day. Great group of riders. Got some tacos for lunch coming. Nice. Gonna rip the 2-stroke a little bit. So yeah, just a little bit of everything today.
252 stroke today, and then we saw Schneike's building your 125 2-stroke KX for World Vet, right? So you'll be racing the Pasha race there.
Exactly. I went out last Pasha race, borrowed a bike, got in the lead in front of some of the other old guys, Dubach and some other dudes. Well, Brownie was there, but I think he broke or something. But yeah, got in the lead, and then the bike just got really hot and started slowing down. So I was like, man, no more borrowed bike. Schneike's building me a sick KX 125.
Sick.
And yeah, I'm gonna show up on that thing next time, try to take some money.
All right, I like it. Next up, we got some footage from LACR where I sent Dennis Stapleton and Trevor Nelson to get some footage and test the new Dunlop MX34 tire. That's right, 2 tire intros on the exact same day, so we had to split the MXA wrecking crew in half. Let's see what kind of footage those guys came up with.
How's it going? Chris Siebenhaar here with Dunlop Motorcycle Tires. Today we're at the launch of the new Dunlop Geomax MX34. A lot of the new different features we have here from the 33 to 34, most being around carcass and construction as well as the pattern. This year for the construction, we went with a little bit more of a compliant feel, get the riders more comfort out on track. The pattern, a completely redesigned front pattern. Some of you may have seen it being raced in Supercross this year, as well as the rear. pretty much all the riders have switched over and really like what they're feeling. The rear, we have a 44% wider knob in the center, 11% taller. We've also redesigned our progressive corner blocks on the sides to give a little bit more compliance, have a little bit more twist in them so that they can bite and dig into the ground a little bit better. Overall, our aim for this tire was to get more grip but still maintain the durability that we had out of the 33. The front was something that we really focused on, get a little bit further into the soft terrain without sacrificing any of the medium terrain performance that we've had. So today is the launch. Over the next month or so, we'll be getting those into dealers, distributors. I know a lot of those are already on the way. We'll have all the mini bike sizes coming out soon as well. So these will have all the same sizes as what the MX33 had, and hopefully should have those in time for all the internationals coming up later in the year. For more information, go to dunloptires.com or check out online.
So we got 3 different clamps here. We just introduced the Gen 3 clamps for Yamaha, and the rest of the brands are coming soon. So I brought Gen 2, Gen 3 regular, and Gen 3 Pro just so you guys can see all the differences. The Gen 2 is what we've been offering for a couple years now. It was our flagship one and only clamp. But for the Gen 3, we have 2 different versions. We have the Gen 3 Standard, which is an evolution of the Gen 2. And then we have the Gen 3 Pro. So the Gen 3 Pro is the top of the line, as good as it gets. The Gen 3 Standard is a more affordable version of that. There's fewer details than the Pro version. Like you can see the various cutouts for weight reduction that just aren't present on the regular Gen 3. So that little things like that can save us a little bit of money, so we're able to offer them to the customer at a cheaper price point. The Pro is adjustable offset. There's 4 different offsets. So right now it's at 24 millimeter. So the stem is eccentric, it flips around. This one can be 21 or 24. And the top clamp has an insert, so 24 or 21 if you flip it around. And then the clamps come with an additional stem and insert for 22 and 23. So 21, 22, 23, and 24, all in the same set of clamps.
All right, guys, that's it for this week in MXA, episode number 126. Yamaha YZ450. It's time for me to do some testing today and get geared up, but Pala National, that's gonna be our next video happening this weekend. Be sure to stay tuned. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Motocross Action Magazine, and follow us on Instagram at Motocross Action Mag. 450 class is a little bit depleted right now. A lot of guys are injured or racing World Supercross, so that'll help me out at these first 3 rounds. Hopefully we can do a little bit better. The goal is always to get top 20, but I'm a media guy, so I haven't really been testing as much as I should be, but we'll make the most of it, see how we do. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.